YouTube? It's Nora, and I was just checking in to let you guys know about Lyft because that is what I do on the side. Right now, I do work in a warehouse 40 hours a week, but sometimes they let you go early because you run out of work. And my schedule's only 4 days a week, so I have 3 days free, and I can't sit still most of the time. Today, I actually took a day off. Like, they let us go super early this morning, and then I started to do Lyft, and then I was like, you know what? I just need a day. I need a day to just do nothing. So I kind of blew it by doing both jobs, but here I am now. So I have been doing Lyft for about 2 months now. I got my 250 ride email yesterday, which is probably a little slower than some and a little quicker than some others, but I'm pretty happy with what I've put in so far. And the beautiful thing, first off, about Lyft is that you can work like as little or as much as you want to within reason, you know. I've worked days where I've taken one ride and I'm just like, I just don't feel good today. I don't want to do this. I'll just hit offline and I'm good to go. And then there's other days that I've literally sat in my car for 12 hours and just drove people around all day because I was tired as hell at the end of the day, but I made good money and it was easy. Like, I just rode around in my car and met new people. And it's super simple. Like, your app basically looks like this. You have a map that pops up and you have like that little online button up there. So when you're ready to go online, you just push that little puppy and you're online. It's easy. And when you want to go offline, you just hit it again and it signs you right off. If you are on your way to a ride that you've accepted or was in your queue, then you would have to, if you hit online to sign off, then it's going to ask, it's going to tell you it's your last ride and it'll sign you off afterwards. But you can cancel a ride while you're in it. Say if you went to Chipotle like a couple hours before and you're feeling particularly bubbly, you don't want to expose anybody else to the Dutch oven that is now your vehicle, you can do that. So the hours are very flexible. You have the ability to just go and do whatever you want. Now, on the subject of declining rides, I have a little list here because I'm all over the place because I just can't. Declining rides is a capability. So you can, if a ride's pinging in, you can actually just ignore it. Or like if you're on your way to a ride, you can hit reject. If you're already in the middle of doing a ride, like if somebody's in your actual vehicle, if it's busy enough, you'll have a rider dropped into your queue. So when you go to drop them off, it'll automatically reroute you to go get that person without any gap in between. You can cancel that one too. But you do have an acceptance rate and you should hit 90% every week or you'll get a nastygram. It's nothing bad. I've never got less than 90% in a week because, obviously when I'm out lifting, I'm out lifting. Like, I'm there for a reason. I shouldn't be declining rides. And all it is like a little thing. It's like, you've been declining a few too many rides, so don't do that. See? Easy peasy. So, you can decline rides, and you do have a queue if it's busy enough. And that's usually during, like big games, like right now the whole SEC, NCAA thing's going on. If there's, like, a big event in town, like we had Miranda Lambert a few weeks ago, that was a big deal. Anything like that can actually, boost your profits, which is great. And that brings me to pay. You get paid once a week on Tuesdays. They'll direct deposit it. But there's another option because some of us need more money quicker. Not more money quicker. We just need it, like right meow. So what you can do is you put in your debit card information and hit Express Pay. It costs you an additional 50 cents than it would if you just waited for Tuesday for it to just sink over. But that money hits your account within about 30 minutes, depending on your bank. Which makes it kind of difficult for you not to spend it on frivolous things. Because I'm like, well, I made this much today, and I just dropped this person off at the mall, and Sephora's like right there. If you're good at not doing it, great. If not, that express option, just don't even set it up because I did, and now I just refuse not to set it up because I have no self-control when it comes to money. Like a little. Not a lot, though. But, so you have your standard rates. It's based on mileage and distance, and that varies where you're at in the town. It varies where you're at in the state. It varies all over. I don't know what the rates are, honestly. Like, I could probably sit there and try to break it down, but it's kind of hard to tell. I do know that Lyft takes 25% of your ride. Like, that's their commission, or like vice versa, your commission is 75%. So when you do like a minimum ride is $5, you're only going to get half of that. It's like $2.25. But it's not like a very long ride anyways, so it's not a big deal. So, if it was like a $100 ride, which I've had, I'd get 75 of that. Like, I've literally had people want me to drive them several counties over. I don't care. And the first time that it happened to me, the guy called me and was like, I've had 2 Lyft drivers cancel on me. Can you drive me over this way? And I'm like, yeah, rain. And he tipped me very well for not ditching. So, I mean, it's up to you, though. Some people didn't feel comfortable enough doing that, but we'll touch on that. But then you have your power zones. So, like, living in, like, a larger town like I do, it's like a college town. So, like, Friday and Saturday nights get pretty busy. So, within, like, the centermost circle of the county in Lexington, like, there's, like, this area that's ringed off. And let me see if I can pull up a detail for you, like a look. It's actually pretty interesting because you'll get like an extra 20%. Like, per se, Tuesday is like 3 o'clock to 7 p.m. So it'll like ring it out for you on the map. And in that area, you'll make an extra 20% profit on top of what you're driving. And there's also prime time. So say like rates are surging, but it's not within our power zone time, due to like a concert or New Year's Eve or something like that, then you're going to pay an extra percentage, which if you've ever taken a Lyft or Uber, you expect this. Like, if I call an Uber or a Lyft at 3 o'clock in the morning because I got schlit-faced and Molly McCarthy's, then obviously I'm going to spend a little more than I would have if I had a call at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But if you're a driver, that's more money for you, and you do have a high risk of dealing with somebody who might throw up in your car. Hasn't happened to me yet, but just saying. You do have that option. So always, if you're going to do Lyft, do definitely take time out of your day if you can to drive one of those nights, because your profits will be better, and you seem to get more rides, obviously, on the nights that people are going to be going out. Or, like at the very beginning of the workday or at the end of the workday, people going to and from. Think shift work, 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7, or 5 p.m. too. All of that. The people have been great. I've met so many people. Within 250 rides, about 40% of them have been 2 to 4 people, so I've met that much more people. I've met everything from college athletes, which in my town's kind of a big deal, to recovering addicts, to musicians, to, you name it. This neuroscientist, and I learn so much every time I take a good day out to drive, because you can ask these people questions, and it's really funny because I seen this meme that was like, I really wish there was a deaf-mute Uber driver. And I guess those people just take Uber, because in my Lyft, I have a lot of people who like to talk. They like to ask questions. They like to get to know you. So, obviously you sit there and you go back and forth. I've had some great political debates in my car, and it's been really not as bad as I thought it was going to be. People are really easy to get along with most of the time. I haven't had an issue so far, which leads me into do you feel like you're ever, in danger? Like, are you ever nervous about rides late at night? I mean, naturally, one would be, like, just a little more cautious than you would usually be. Like, I've heard stories where, like, some driver has had, like, a group of young men in their vehicle. It was late at night, and the drop-off point was actually at some dead-end alley where there wasn't a house. He actually dropped them off at the end of the road and was like, I don't feel comfortable going down there. I'm sorry. You can, definitely ding my rating if you'd like, but it's just not for me. It's just those little things that you have to be a little more cautious and be aware of. I've had a few guys hit on me, and they were actually sober, and I've never had a drunk guy hit on me yet, which I would expect more of. But, it par for the course. Any job where you're dealing with people, you're liable to get hit on. It's a little flattering. I'm like, oh my God, yay, my eyebrows must look great today. But it doesn't happen as often as you'd think, and I haven't felt actually threatened yet. knock on wood. So, I mean, you got to think about it like you're being tracked on your device, and that person is connected somehow to their personal information. So, you should be, feeling pretty safe in your own vehicle as long as you just are spatially aware, And that brought me to the driving the person like a few counties over. If you're feeling uncomfortable about it, you can always, you can decline the ride. You have the right to do that. It is your car. It is your business. It is your safety that you're thinking about. Or you can just let somebody know that, like a friend, be like, hey, I've got this ride. I'm going out to Eastern Kentucky. It's a little more rural. So just, might make you feel a little uncomfortable and be like, just so you know, this is when I should get there, and I'll hit you up when I get there. That way, you feel safer, and they know. So somebody out there knows. And the guy ended up being super cool. He just wanted to listen to his country music. He sang all the way there. We had a good time. We had a good talk. And I found a great new tattoo shop in Eastern Kentucky that I'm probably going to get my first tattoo there, because the guy I went in and saw was gorgeous. And they looked like they did really great work. It was a clean shop, and I'm super excited. That is besides the point. That is actually another point. You will meet some people, and you will find out the best reviews for stuff in town. And you can actually gauge whether or not they're just being super finicky and super picky. You can find out reviews about tattoo shops, hair salons, restaurants. You can get, I had one guy who offered to give me a referral to get on TSA locally because he worked there for 30 years. Isn't that great? You meet so many people, you can make connections, you can network so much. It's great. And lastly, a tip, if you do decide to become a Lyft driver, I currently have 5 stars. Yep. Me. I know. Because I didn't think that I would like this job as much as I do. It's a lot better than I thought it'd be. But a couple tips. Keep chargers in your car, obviously. Think about what you would want if you were a Lyft rider. And me being a female, and females typically being the more high maintenance ones, I have a little extra. But I've got a charger for USB-C, which is your common new device charger in your Galaxies and Pixels. I have the new Apple charger, and I have the micro USB charger. I have an aux cable, and I only have the adapter for the USB-C. I don't have it for the Apple yet. I'll get it eventually. I swear, I just can't remember because I don't have an Apple. I keep lint roller, hypoallergenic lotion, Germ-X, peanut butter crackers, cheese crackers, frosted animal crackers, just little individually wrapped snacks, some hard candies, and keep some gum up front. And then up the very front beside me, I have a stain removal pen just in case. And then I keep girl stuff, hair ties. I've got tampons. I've got some cheap little skin colored pasties in case there's a wardrobe malfunction, because summer's coming. Those little flimsy tank tops do tend to shift some. So if a girl gets in there and she just seems to be having a problem, they're probably going to be talking about it in the back. I can be like, hey, you need a pair of these pedals. It's a little pricey, but it's really not. It's $7 for 3 pairs, and how often are they really going to need them? Just, think about what you would want in your Lyft. And I keep probably some other stuff in there I'm not even thinking about. I keep a little trash can. I keep a box of tissues, just little things that somebody might need along the way. Think about a road trip that you've got with mixed company. And people love it. I even wear a little pink bow tie sometimes. Even if I've got on a tank top and sweatpants, I have on my pink bow tie because the Lyft color is pink. So all in all, if you're thinking about doing Lyft and you have a car that's eligible to do it, which I think is 2006 and newer, it's got to be in good condition, clean, everything works on it, good tires, go for it. Just sign up. And it should take you about 2 weeks to get approved, as long as you have a good driving record. You're going to have a great time, especially if you live in I don't know about a huge city, but I've drove in Louisville, and I've drove in Lexington, and I've drove a couple other towns actually, locally, the college towns still. And I think honestly, you could probably take a vacation with this and just drive some of the days and then just go out some of the days, and you'll probably make your hotel money in that time, depending on what kind of hotel you're staying in. I'm pretty simple, a Holiday Inn kind of chick, so Indoor pool, you got me. Anyways, if you were thinking about doing Lyft, I hope this helps you, make a decision. I'd be happy to see you out on the road with us. It's a good time. It's definitely easy money. You just have to remember that, you do have to take out your own taxes. For me, that's the hardest part. So however much you made that week, our standard tax rate around here, I've noticed for me is 25%. So take out about 25% if you live where I live, which is in Kentucky, or wherever you're at. Think about your average paycheck and how much they take out for your taxes. That's how much I'd take out. And then you get a 1099 at the end of the year, and you can do deductions oil changes, gas, all the snacks and stuff that I buy could probably be considered deductions. Little things like that throughout the year could probably stack up and really eat off some of that tax money that you're going to owe back. Just a thought. But I hope that you do consider it. I hope this video was very helpful to you. If you have any more questions, just drop them down below. I'll be happy to answer anything within reason that is appropriate, because this is the internet. And just let me know what you think. If you are a Lyft driver or an Uber driver, let me know if any crazy experiences you had. I haven't had any yet, so cross my fingers. Hopefully nothing crazy happens in the future. But hey, we all got to make a living, right? So don't forget, tip your Lyft drivers, tip your Uber drivers. We're just out there trying to make trying to make a living. Only had half a glass of wine. I just have a terrible way with words. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, good week, and a great spring, and happy Easter.